I said, hey, hey, welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour. I said, hey, hey, welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour. We're gonna drink a fine whiskey and smoke a really fine cigar.
It is time for happy hour. It is the Man Cave Happy Hour. Whiskey, cigar, spirits, the stories that go along with it. I'm Jamie Flanagan.
I am Matt Fox.
I'm still August Gitschlag.
Still.
Hey, I'm here, guys.
Yeah, we got
always,
20,
yes.
yeah, there's like 22 pounds less of you that's here.
Yeah, about 22 since June. You know,
Yeah.
but I haven't seen you in a while. You know,
You
you've
look
been
good.
vacationing.
You look good.
You've been
man.
vacationing and missing all our podcasts, Matt.
You're right.
We're talking about barrels today. So we're going to get our polka on. Roll out the barrels.
Well, yeah, that's a Hamtramck reference. Thanks for that. It
It's,
is festival weekend coming up.
It is, festival
Got the Dead Milkmen playing Sunday night. Plug. That's right.
But no, it's because we there's like so many party stores. There's so many places to buy spirits, and you know we've made friends with a handful of folks around town, and it's always good to have friends in high places.
It kind of is, yeah.
It's it comes in handy because they do such amazing things, and the guys at A&B Liquor are with us today. Yvonne and Mark, thank you guys for being here with us.
Mike.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, Yvonne and Mike, right?
Mike.
Yep.
Mike.
You got
Did
it.
I say Mark?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
But I gotta share a story with you, Jamie.
Mike.
The last time I saw Evan, I sent him a message on the FaceBase, on the messenger, right? I'm like, hey, my boss is looking for something. Any way he can help me out? And he goes, I got you. I'm like, can I get two?
Way to take
He's
advantage
that
of your
guy.
friendships,
He's
as
that
we
guy.
all
And
should.
his response
They
was,
say,
I got you.
they don't be that guy.
I was that guy, but it was
And,
my
you
boss. right?
If we can do it, we got you.
Correct.
If we
And
can
I
do
love
it,
that.
we got you.
And
It's
thank
very
you.
kind, because I mean it is competitive for the allocated bottles, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about your barrels and the allocated bottles and why that's almost ridiculous with all the things that are available coming up. But first, Yvonne, tell me about your childhood.
About my childhood.
That's the thing we do here on the Man Cave Happy Hour. That's
About
how
my
we start.
childhood. My childhood was great. I honestly, with a very fun childhood. I started work early at a young age. Learned respect for work, and that's how I built where I was. Hobbies were probably like playing football and basketball with friends, riding bikes.
Don't grin, Mike. You're next.
Which is
I'm ready for you.
You know, we spent our days outdoors, which is kind of odd for today's society, but that's what we did.
Right.
Played
When the
basketball.
lights come on, that's when you go home.
That's when we once the sun was down, then we're walking in the house.
Right.
You know,
it was a different game. I was with I was teacher days at school, right? Today was the first day with kids, but last week with teacher days, and they're like their kids weren't in school yet, so a couple of teachers had their kids with them, and the woman had her, two kids like 8 and 10, and they were sitting in a room, and on the big, teacher screen in the classroom, they're watching YouTube, but they're watching a video of someone else playing a video game. And that's that's what kids love to do. That I go, how passive can you? They're not even playing the game; they're watching somebody else play the game. And it's not even a girl in a bikini, for crying out loud. I mean, I give you watching the girl in the bikini trying to play Minesweeper or whatever it is. Minesweeper.
Well, it makes my nephews, who are 5 and 7, they talk all the way through playing the video game now.
Right.
Because that's what they do on these YouTube channels. They play the game. Oh, look, I jumped there. Do you see that? You see how I went over there? I'm like, no, just play the game. Just play the game.
I blocked all those channels from my son's YouTube.
Good for you.
Yeah. I told him, I go, what fun are you having watching somebody else have fun?
There's only one password. There's only one password you need in any video game. It's up, down, left, right, A, B, enter. That's all you need.
Oh, we had to go select because you're playing two players.
Contra with the
there it is.
Contra. Everyone of a certain age knows that code.
So we ran till the street lights came on. It was a different time. Mike, what about you? You're up. Was it Metro Detroit area?
My store is in Davidson Township.
Davidson?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
First of all, thank you for inviting us here.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it. My childhood, I'll be honest, I worked all my life.
Hey.
That's the only thing I know. I had fun, but my time is to start after 12 o'clock. when we used to go out.
Yeah.
But I didn't get home till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I have to wake up at 7 and go back to work.
Yeah.
And that's what I did for all my life. But I tell you one thing, I never change it for the world.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. I love it. I enjoy, friends, families. I think that's the best thing.
So what led you into being, an entrepreneur? Because you own your own business. I mean, I consider you an entrepreneur. I don't know if you look at yourself that way, or not. But having your own business and launching it. So what led you into owning A&B Liquors, or into the spirits?
It was more my father. I want to say entrepreneurship is kind of within our heritage and blood. And my father, when we first came here, started in the liquor store business in Detroit, actually.
Okay.
Pretty rough neighborhood.
Yeah.
We were fortunate that store completely burned down.
And Newport Market.
Newport Drugs.
Fortunate and burned down usually isn't using the same sentence. You're going to get a call from the insurance adjuster now.
I believe in fate, and there's reasons that things happen.
Sure.
And if that store didn't burn down, we would have probably still been in Detroit, working in that area. But when that store burned down, my brothers put a stop to it. Told my dad, we're not going back to that area. It's too dangerous.
Was Utica the first place that you reopened?
No,
A&B Liquor?
No, my dad went to Auburn Hills.
Okay.
He had a store called Harry's Market.
Where in Auburn Hills?
It was on the corner of Updike and Walton.
It's right around the corner from where I live. Actually.
Right.
So if you know now, it's actually Crystal Market. Across the street is a new gas station.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. My uncle's great people still run that gas station there.
I will wave next time I drive by.
Yeah. And then what's funny is my brother actually worked at A&B before we purchased it. And at that time, Utica was a very, very small city. Hall Road didn't exist. It was a one-lane road each way.
All the way to Selfridge. Yes.
Yeah, there was one red light at DeQuinder, one flashing red light, and Van Dyke was still partially a dirt road, and the owners weren't doing well. And my brother saw a future in it, and he took the initiative, and him and my father got into it, and then that's where it kind of started.
If you hold out, that area might develop. You just hang on.
Yeah.
I mean,
and that's what
it
happened.
took a long time, but in that time, my brother worked there, and I helped my dad at Harry's Market on the weekends when I wasn't in school. And then I think maybe around middle school, I started helping more at A&B. My brother would pick me up in his little cargo van. We'd go to the wholesale.
The Aerostar, yes.
Ivan was that big when we were together.
I think I was like 11 years old. He'd pick me up in his white cargo van. We'd go to the wholesale, grab all the stuff for the store, go to the store, stock it all, get home at 10 p.m. and wake up the next day and do it all over again.
And you did your homework while you were working.
Yeah. I had
somewhere along the way.
I actually had like a 3.5 grade point average up until high school.
Okay.
And then that's when.
And then you had a 4.0.
Girl.
And then, you can say that. You can say that. The fun started. And
there it is.
It worked out. I think it worked out. Yeah.
I think I saw myself more in entrepreneurship and family business more than going towards college.
Okay.
It's just kind of where I saw the future. So school wasn't really that serious.
Gotcha.
I kind of learned in the life of hard knocks. I know how to add and subtract. Luckily, they taught that back in the school days when we went to school,
and typewriting.
We knew how to write. We know. We understand that stuff now.
So when was the A&B in Utica opened up?
Utica was opened up, I believe. We took it over in 91. I believe it was open in 88, maybe originally opened up, and then we took over ownership in 91.
Wow.
So it was built out perfectly for the second owner.
Yeah, but terribly though. It had nothing. It barely had any beer. It didn't have any lottery. It didn't have liquor. So we kind of built it.
Well, there you
got a little bit now, right?
He was wondering why he wasn't doing well.
Yeah, so it was rough.
Snakes and sparklers.
It was rough the first few years, but if you build it, they will come.
Sure.
Our motto was take care of our customers, and customer service is number one for us. So without our customers, we can't build anything.
I am a customer, clearly.
Yeah.
So there's 2 locations now?
We have a total of 4 locations.
4 locations
actually.
now.
Yeah, there's Davison, which is where Mike's at.
Okay.
There's Clinton Township, New Baltimore, and then the Utica Shelby Township location.
It's like 20, is that New Baltimore? Like
23 mile. It's actually Green Street in Washington, right in downtown New Baltimore.
Nice.
Yeah.
And the Clinton Township one is where?
18 and a half in Hayes.
Okay, I know where that is.
Right there. And then Davison, he's in
Davison City. Is between Davison and Irish Road between 15 and Irish Road.
He's between like Lapeer and Flint up there.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's a hike.
It is. It is like hour and 17 minutes from my house.
But somebody has to sell them good booze.
That's right.
You know what? That's the only way.
Yeah, someone's got to be there.
I got a lot of friends in there, and I do.
Yeah, it's a great neighborhood. Davison, the neighborhood, and the people kind of remind me of Utica and Shelby, like 15, 20 years ago. A little bit smaller. Everybody kind of knows everybody. A more intimate city, I would say, not like a big city. But it's also a growing city, and Mike's done an amazing job out there, and bringing people our brand and hoping that they're happy with it, you know.
But again, there's one thing you didn't mention. Okay, we used to work at the liquor store, but we used to do beepers back in the days.
Oh yeah,
we did beepers for a long time. After that, it switched to cell phones.
Right.
After that, we had all the carriers and everything else. And I worked with beepers and cell phones for 19 years.
Jeez.
Okay, but still, we worked at the liquor store. I used to go in the morning. Okay, close out at 7 o'clock. Go back to the liquor store. And Yvonne was doing the same thing.
Like
used to drive around.
About 105-hour weeks.
That's our average every single week.
Yeah,
it's not mean,
it's crazy town.
It is. That's the only way. If you want to live a good life, you want to have a future for your families, for your kids, and everything else, you got to work hard. 40 hours sometimes is hard to make it. You got to have a lot more hours. Okay, if I want to buy a nice car, I could.
Right.
But you know what? I worked for it.
But it's not just that. It's your own business too.
It's your own business, correct?
Even when you're not there, you're always working.
So when are we going to go to 36-hour days? When is that going to happen?
Stop. Don't.
You know what? The only way we gotta move. We gotta go to Germany.
When I 9-day week or what?
Yeah.
Listen, honest to God, when I got married,
James won't like that for school.
Okay, they were working 38 hours a week. They want to make them 34 hours a week in Paris. They will have riots and everything else because they didn't want to work 38 hours a week.
They wanted to work
32 hours or 34 hours, like
4-day
hours.
work weeks, 4-day 8-hour work weeks. You know, and I don't know that. I mean, I work 30 hours now. I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I think he sleeps 30 hours.
I do get bored at times. I probably don't sleep 30 hours all week. I probably work. I sleep less than I work.
That's fair.
Yeah, but it's when you have your own business, you got to be 24/7. I mean, you're committed. Things happen, break-ins happen, accidents happen. There, you can't say no. If you say no, it's going to fail you. You fail your business is going to fail you. If I fail my customers, my business is going to fail me. If I even fail my employees, business is going to fail me. So you got to be there 24/7. It's dedication, and even though it's only 35 hours, whatever it is, it's actually 24/7. Your mind is always working. Yeah, you know.
Well, talking about break-ins, I'm gonna break into your store because like you got like bottles
There's
like
a
this old
segue.
Fitz and you know the Russells and the Hirsch. You know, it's I take my chances on some major larceny for a couple of these bottles.
See, the bad thing for you, if you break in, you might not leave.
Yeah,
So he'll get caught. He'll get caught.
Cops come and I got a straw in a bottle. I'm sorry.
What was the first barrel pick you guys went into? What broke you guys into this?
First one was we did a Buffalo Trace pick back in 2013.
Wow.
Okay.
That's not as far back as I thought it would be. So it's 10 years, right?
Yeah, 10 years ago.
So yeah, that was it. That's about when the craze really started.
And the problem back then it was a completely new concept.
Yeah.
And people didn't know what a barrel pick was. We didn't even really know what a barrel pick was. Oh,
So-
do you guys want a single barrel? Like, yeah. And you know, we could have asked for any kind of single barrel you wanted back then. You want a Weller's? Oh yeah, no problem. How many? You want a Blanton's? Okay, they'll give it to you.
Yeah.
But the problem was it was so new, we didn't really know about it. The Buffalo Trace sat around for a little bit, and it was a delicious barrel. Sat around for a while, and then it kind of turned us away from doing.
I got to do another one of those.
Sure,
dusting this for another year.
You know, it's a huge investment, and it's just sitting on the floor.
It really is.
And at that time, you're not used to ordering a single product in the volume of 30 cases, 40 cases. You know, maybe you had a 5-case display, but
because you got a discount and they gave it a display and they pushed it for you and it was part of a national campaign and everyone was seeing it.
Well, technically there's no discounts because we're not getting paid any additional to make the bigger displays. They might bring me a nice sign that'll draw more customers and some lighting, a cooler that it'll be cold, but with Michigan Liquor, you can't. There's nothing anybody can do. So if I ordered 50 cases,
cost you more money.
50 cases.
I was thinking on that was my class C.
I got to put this crap somewhere.
You know, so
that was my class C brain working on how we get. We take all the Jameson off the shelf at the bar because Tullamore Dew will write a $500 check on the back end from corporate if we carry only Tullamore Dew. So they made it worthwhile for Valiant, but it doesn't work that way in retail. That's right.
Different. Yeah.
Right.
and so it was hard. You know, the first year it didn't really sell well and sitting there, and then Buffalo Trace called us and they're like, "Well, you guys aren't ordering any Buffalo Trace regular." I'm like, "The barrel pick's not selling good." He's like, "Well, you
don't need to just do the barrel trays.
Yeah, you still have to carry both. You know, you have to." So I was like, "Okay," and we started ordering, and then it slowed down. And then I think we ordered
Jack Daniel,
a couple other barrels.
Yeah, we did a Jack Daniel
throughout
the second one.
that. And then we did a Jack Daniel's single barrels, and then some Woodford barrels after that. And then all of a sudden it turned into 30 to 40 barrels a year.
30 or 40. So between the 4 stores.
Yeah.
So so you got 4 stores.
I'm like, there's some shelves.
So when you get a barrel, I'm thirsty.
He wants to open something.
I think we should drink.
We should get a cocktail.
There are a dozen.
As we go over,
there are a dozen barrel pick bottles here. I counted 12.
Yeah,
and I don't even know what they have hidden. They haven't brought out yet.
So just we probably want to start a little lower and work our way up. Is there something you would suggest we start with proof wise, just to not knock our socks off and ruin us for the rest of it?
I'd probably do the 1792. Yeah, that'll start off well. I'm kidding.
Probably a Buffalo Trace.
Let's start with the Buffalo Trace.
So 1892.
I mean,
1792. Yeah, that was right.
Is that the collapse barrel? The 1792. Are they going to do like a salvage?
No. I think there was someone in the state of Michigan that did a 1792 collapse barrel supposedly.
Yeah.
Ended up.
So we're going to crack open the Buffalo Trace.
We are. Mikey is doing a hail barrel because he had a hailstorm.
Yeah,
and Davison
beat the store pretty good. Davison got hit pretty hard with that last round of golf balls, didn't it?
Yeah, his roof is Swiss cheese at the moment.
Is that where all the cars got all jacked up? Was it the dealership of a Davison?
Yes.
Yeah. I saw that one on the news.
The problem is not when it rain outside or rain worse inside. That's the customers. I got shampoo and conditioner. They want to take a shower. It's different.
I brought a dump glass, but I don't know if we'll need it.
Is that what that mug is for?
The mug is for
We got plenty of them.
No, don't.
Or
don't,
we're
don't you
washing
dare.
it out.
Don't
right?
That's Jamie's water. I don't want to drink your water, man.
Oh.
I got cooties. I don't want to drink your water.
It's after you drink the alcohol that you can drink the water.
Yeah, it's all right.
All right, so this Buffalo Trace in honor of your first barrel pick back in 2013.
Thank you.
It seems like
Is this the newest one, Mike?
No.
Which one is this?
I don't even know. See,
It's got the sticker on
and when
it.
you do 40 in a year,
Yeah, you lose track.
I'll tell you one thing.
Barrel 63. Was this year's?
No, like 2 years ago, maybe.
oh, okay.
It'll keep and keep.
There's some of them that I can remember by number, and I can tell you the notes off of it. on the
Really?
Buffalo Trace, but there's
No
some.
kidding.
I'll tell you what. Out of all the barrel picks that I've done, there are a few Buffalo Trace single barrels that stand out above and beyond, even Russell's Reserve barrel picks that are just delicious.
People ask me what's your favorite, and it's like I'll even take a Buffalo Trace over an Eagle Rare.
Yeah.
I just like it a little bit more.
It's got more flavors.
People have asked me too. I'll take if you put, this is my honest opinion again, if you tell me you have a shelf bottle of Blanton's and a barrel pick of Buffalo Trace or Eagle Rare, I'll take one of the Buffalo Trace and Eagle Rare over the Blanton's.
Yeah, Blanton's
Personally.
You're hearing a lot more of this as we do these podcasts about people talking about Blanton's and the, not going to call it a gimmick, but the just the hype is more than the flavor and the taste. It really is.
So I don't think it's
the
hype.
legend of Blanton's.
I think it's the perception.
Yeah.
People are like, I got that bottle.
Yeah.
Everybody said
I want to
it's
have
this.
one on the shelf because it's cool as hell. And John Wick,
Yeah,
and
sure.
then I want to have one in the house and on the shelf. But
I'm just trying to get my horse stride. That's what I'm trying to do with the
Did you get the left facing?
You turn them the other way. All right, so here's the
those
10
exist?
years.
Salute.
There we are.
That's the silence of sipping on a podcast.
Yeah,
It's great.
Mm. Switch that around.
It's a little creamier than off the shelf.
Yeah.
So this is a little creamier than the shelf one.
A little
Oh, that's
bolder,
sitting nice.
creamier.
Yeah.
That's sitting really
Get a
nice.
nicer
on the back.
finish.
Yeah. Just Cody in the back of my throat then.
That's the thing. Like a lot of people will say, "What are your unicorns, Yvonne? What do you drink?"
Yes.
My barrel picks.
Yeah.
Not just my barrel picks.
Yeah.
But just barrel pick.
Barrel picks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a unicorn. you want a unicorn, something that's here and gone, right?
Yeah, it'll be and it will once it's gone, it's gone.
It's gone. You'll never see that barrel. You'll never get that particular note again. It's just gone. And you might get something close,
right?
But you're not going to get that again.
Does Buffalo Trace or Old Forester, would they save what you did and you can come back and get it again? Or would it be completely different?
No,
it'll never be duplicated.
Yeah, it's like where it was in the warehouse.
It's just like your thumbprint can never be duplicated. So it can never be duplicated.
All right.
Yeah, it's the science and how it works. It's crazy.
Because like Makers does the staves and they can do the staves again, but what they're putting the staves in is going to be slightly different each time too.
So, but the Makers too is that you got to remember their stave before they put the stave in. It's not a single barrel. It's their actual
blended.
It's their barrel proof blended.
Right.
Then they put the stave in, so they already have the consistent flavor.
They're starting with their consistent base flavor, which is still great.
Yeah,
which everyone enjoys. You're adding to it.
But like with a single barrel now, the science behind it, you can literally take the wood from the same tree, make 2 identical barrels, fill them at the same exact minute, put them next to each other on the shelf,
and they'll be vastly different.
Age them for exactly the same amount of time to the second, pour them out, and they'll be completely different.
That's amazing.
It's every piece of wood pulls a little bit different. And that's why it lends so much.
And there's so much, the char, and it's like they're number 4 chars, but it's a little more number 4, and that's a little less number 4, and there's so many variables.
Just because it's number 4 char doesn't mean every barrel is exactly the same.
Right.
Yeah, a buddy of mine's a distiller. He just got back from Vegas from the distillers convention. All the guys that make spirits, and they were talking to guys in Georgia talking about losing 33% of their barrels to the Angel's Cut because of the humidity.
Yeah,
they lose like a third of their barrels because of the weather down there.
So did their proof go up?
Yeah. Oh yes, but then they have to bring it down to sell it, but. It just gets too hot sometimes.
They technically don't have to bring it down.
They don't have to, but it can get too hot.
They might start selling some hazmat. That's what people are looking for nowadays.
Yeah, they want straight fire. I know they want straight fire.
Yeah, people are checking in, and so A&B are the best.
Yeah.
Thanks, Peter.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Peter
Rick
Stewart,
thanks for checking in.
Yeah,
that's awesome. That's nice though.
One time we picked a barrel of Buffalo Trace, and there's a barrel of was wild turkey rye.
Oh,
I love wild turkey rye.
You are all about the 101 over there.
If you bottle it, maybe they had
the rare breed is so good.
40 bottles. We want to pick that barrel. Me and Ivan, we talked to him. He said, "Listen, it's not up to me. I can't tell you yes or no. You got to call your rep."
It was Russell's, actually.
Was it Russell's?
Yeah, it wasn't even 40 bottles. It was.
It was like
maybe
Angel. They shared a lot with it.
24 bottles left in that barrel. They had it laying on the side, and it was Eddie Russell. He was in the pick with us, and I was like, "Eddie, what's that barrel there?" He's like, "Yvonne, nobody wants it. It's only got like 20 bottles in there." I was like, "Okay, let us try it." He's like, "You're gonna
make me a deal. I want it
with 20 bottles." I was like, "No, how about if I like it? Let me get that one plus the other one." He's like, "I can't do it. No. But that just shows the Angel share. But some of them leak. You get a lot of leakage sometimes too.
Yeah.
But in that high heat humidity, with that fast evaporation, it drives the alcohol proof.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Up quickly.
Absolutely.
So but it's the problem is sometimes they end up thin. Did he try his from the barrel?
No. It was my buddy was out there. He was telling us how he met with the guys from Georgia.
Okay, I'm sorry.
He was giving him the lecture about the humidity they were losing so much because of the expansion of the barrels. And it's like, whoa.
That's a big problem in Texas too, that a lot of the distilleries have a lot of loss.
Now you actually use Michigan's climate as an example of what makes bourbon kind of odd because the constant 4 seasons in a month. You get the expansion contraction.
Have you guys ever tried Motor City Gas?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Great stuff. And the thing about him that I love about Rich, everything is grain to
glass. Yeah.
Have you guys ever caught him in the morning when he's hand milling?
We haven't. Michigan's distillers are just now getting into. They've been 7 years. It's been legal. They're just getting their 6-year aged bourbons in now. Everything else was they were kind of fooling you with some source stuff out of Cincinnati and blending their White Lightning and just trying to get something on the shelf.
Trying to get going. Yeah.
Now their aged stuff is out there and it's performing well.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. It's
they're doing okay.
Everything takes time sometimes.
It does. I mean, I know, and sometimes it's hard to pump out all that product and not get the money back for it. So it's tough to sit on it, and so you got to come up with something to move. And I don't blame them for that. But
that's the industry.
I've been looking for their aged rise and that kind of stuff for a while.
It's a move and sit industry, unfortunately. So they try once you get on the shelf, it just takes some time to get it out to the people. And the problem now is so many new brands are coming out, and the problem too is the big thing is inflation.
Yeah,
the prices are high. I mean, you got some of these newer bourbons coming out with 5-year bourbons. They're trying to charge $90 or $100 for a bottle.
Right.
You know, I know a loaf of bread ain't 10 cents anymore, but
you know,
come on.
But the problem is they don't know. Like nobody knows what kind of bourbon they are. You know what I mean? There is no name to them. Okay, nobody knows the name.
No track record. So
nothing.
Nothing. It's hard, and what's is driving a lot of customers back to the old faithfuls.
Yep.
But then the cost of doing business, like in Michigan, to do that distilling, it's expensive.
It is.
It's expensive.
And we're lucky to have good water here. That's one thing we're very fortunate to have.
Yeah.
The brewers and distillers do. You know, it's not as difficult for them.
That's the thing. But like you said, it is expanding. The distillers are great. I mean, we got a lot of talent in Michigan. A lot of talent, and I think it's going to bloom. But it's just going to take time because the market's kind of slowing down due to price points and again inflation. The expendable money to go buy 4 or 5 bottles of bourbon is not there like it used to be. Then the options are not as reasonable as they used to be. So you're going to really go and get what you want, and that's just how the market has become. If you have this at home, if you got 5 Buffalo Trace barrel picks, you might pass on the next one. If this was 6 months ago or a year ago, you'd probably grab it, you know. But you're really going to shoot at what you want to drink now, and that's what I'm seeing in the market.
And so, when you have do you hold some back, or you just get it all out there and try to move it so you can go on and move on to your next barrel?
Like barrel picks?
Yeah.
I usually put it all out.
Yeah.
We put it all out.
I take a lot for myself because I drink them.
Yeah. You get
but you pay for them.
You get 100%. Yeah.
You get a charmer. You're like, I need a couple of these for the basement.
I got plenty of them.
Yeah.
I think I have 1 bottle of every barrel pick that we've done.
Okay.
At the house.
Yeah.
So
you should.
We put them out there. My wife doesn't sing though, but
fair enough.
Yeah. I always like to try something I never had before. Is there
what do you guys think about this one? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
What do you guys think about this one?
Like I said,
it's a great start.
There's a reason half the chat is all people drinking the same thing right now and talking about it. You see them up there. I'm doing the barrel pick now. I'm doing the barrel pick now. They're all tasting it. They're like, they're like thanking us for their excuse to open it up on a Monday, right? We're happy to be here for you guys.
Barrel number 75. You see that Rick like bird right there? Barrel 75. I really think Buffalo Trace made a mistake on that barrel 75, and I think it was actually that tasted with a cherry bomb. Tasted like a Weller, like a proved down Weller antique, and that was delicious.
That one's gone.
Yeah. That one's been gone.
I
had to search for another bottle on secondary for myself.
There you go.
That's some dedication. Rebuying your own stuff.
I've done that more than once.
If you like it, that's how you got to get it, right?
Well, that's the thing. You can't get it again.
It's like people buying their own autographed jerseys online because it's the only way they can get them, right? Game 1. Where's that jersey from the playoff game? Oh, I got to buy it back from some clown? What?
Dang it.
So I always like to try something we've never done before. And there's a few bottles on the table that I don't recognize or I've never had. The Clyde Mays. I've never had Clyde Mays.
The Clyde Mays is 5 years, is a store pick too.
Okay.
104 proof rye. It is an MGP, Indiana rye.
Okay.
Clyde Mays kind of flies under the radar. They just started doing barrel picks, I think 2 years ago. They have bourbon and rye. The rye was new for this year.
Okay.
I tried the bourbon. It was good. And my motto is that if I can take it home and drink it, I can sell it to my customers.
Okay.
I didn't feel like I could take it home and drink it out of the selection that I had myself.
Okay.
But when I tried the ryes, I love the ryes.
So I had tried, I think it was like we did when 3-Chord bourbon, we got a bottle of 3-Chord over there. We did an event when they first came out. And we were at the Butter Run Saloon.
Yes, we were.
And we were there setting up the event
with Dave over there.
And
Dave is the man. Dave is the man.
And they were doing a Clyde May tasting that day while we were doing our planning and setting doing some planning for it. And I had tried it, and it was just the shelf one, and I didn't knock my socks off on the bourbon. But you're saying this rye is a party.
You're gonna like it.
It's got a really different nose on it.
I am a rye lover. I do love ryes.
Yeah.
Because I'm not, we try not to say everything. Oh, I love this. I love this. I like this. And that one, I didn't fall in love with.
So this one, what I tell a lot of people is, if you don't like ryes, It's not a super spicy rye. It's not a full in your face rye. It's a nice proof, 104 proof. It's got a very nice sweetness mid palate. It's got a good finish to it where it doesnn't burn you like most ryes do.
Sure.
So a lot of people, the problem that they tell me is we don't like ryes. What's the reason? Because it's spicy.
Some of them can be difficult to
prefer
understand.
Ryes myself. I love rye whiskeys.
I love ryes. So once you get rid of that spicy perception, the rye is a whole different experience for you. Because that's the first thing anybody thinks when they drink a rye. It's spicy.
The problem is, Yvonne, sometimes if you don't tell them it's rye, they don't even know. Because one time I had we had a barrel pick of Whistle Pig. And Whistle Pig is 95% rye. And a customer, he never liked rye, never. And what I did, I gave him a sample of it. Okay, and what happened? He said, Mike, don't tell me this bottle like $100 to $200 for this bottle because I like it. I said, but all your life you told me you never drink rye. He said, no way. This is rye. I said, it's not rye, just 95% rye. It's not regular percent rye.
Well, these Detroiters have been drinking Canadian Club and Crown Royal all their life don't realize that they're just drinking, more of a rye. That's not aged like a bourbon.
They've been drinking rye.
They've been drinking rye
50 years.
It's the first stuff they got drunk off their the Canadian River whiskey out of their parents' cabinet.
But that's the thing too. Like Michigan, for some reason, is and there's a lot of great ryes out there. Rye is a very it's a complex whiskey. The flavors change a lot. It's a kaleidoscope of flavors depending on the bottlings. But Michigan, for some reason, the people are about 2 years behind. They're just scared to try ryes. And I'm kind of surprised because we have winter.
Good for me.
One thing I always recognize about ryes is that the nose is not reminiscent of what you're going to get when you taste.
No, the nose is completely different.
It's so different because I get a sweetness, I get a licorice out of it, and then I taste it. I'm like, oh, that's different.
Yeah.
It's green. I get this greenness. I don't want to say grassy, but there's a green to it in the taste, not in the nose. But yeah, I like that. That's I don't want to say it's grass because people are like, oh, grass in your mouth. But it's good grass. It's good grass.
And there's
good green. It's good green.
There's not a lot of warmth behind
the fresh.
So this is my summer bottle.
Okay.
This was my garage bottle. Because it's kind of like airy. It's very full.
At the same time, I could see why a diehard bourbon drinker wouldn't like this, though. It's a different flavor to them, and a flavor that I know what I'm getting into. It's a different flavor profile, but it's distinct. It doesn't have just the bourbon hit and the bourbon burn. It's a different flavor. It hits you in the tongue differently. And that'll weird some people. They'll think, oh, this is not good, but it is good. It's just not what you are used to drinking sometimes.
If you pour it for them without them knowing a rye, they'll have a whole different...
they will lock it in their brain because and look at all the ryes always do the green labels, right? They always do that. Old Forester does it, Woodford does it, Clyde May does it, now Creek's doing it. They always do the green. They always do the green label. Now we snuck some Woodford Reserve rye into my dad's palate at Christmas. That's Christmas or Thanksgiving 2 years ago. It's the only thing that's underneath the sink anymore.
Oh, really?
And it used to be garbage whiskey. It used to be some kind of crap you just sip on. It's delicious, and it's a great price point.
We had a barrel pick of Woodford.
I went 3 of them because
of the rye.
Of the rye,
Oh, nice! I didn't even think they did the rye barrel picks.
Yes,
nice.
They were really, really amazing. I'll be honest with you, one of them didn't even last, not even a month by me.
No kidding.
For the whole
unfortunately, this year they're not doing any more picks at the moment. So,
our buddies at Firebird they're out too. They're out of their Woodford Reserve.
Oh, and that's their jam.
Yeah,
they're kind of a one-trick pony with that. They're like, we just want to do the
and they
do the tequila.
The tequila's in. We haven't had our party there yet, so we got to do that. But
where's this at?
Firebird Tavern in Greektown.
Used to be Maryland's on Monroe. Way back in the day,
they did a tequila barrel.
They have a tequila.
They're on their
tequila.
They're on their own barrel of
tequila.
Oh, nice.
Single barrel that they just do for them.
Kind?
It's an anejo. Yes. No, it's a reposado because it's not too dark. It's a reposado. It's all they'll do is their own single barrel reposado.
You'll have to go. Apparently,
I had it last week. 2 weeks ago. I had it. I had it 2 weeks ago. It's delicious. It's very simple.
I forget the brand, but
I forget the brand too. To be honest with you,
but so we'll fly.
Yeah, it's okay. It'll be good.
I know that Tony, no one listens, so my phone's gonna start buzzing with middle finger emojis in a minute.
It's fabulous though. But it's
tequila barrels we've done a couple tequila barrels also. Tequila barrels are unique. They're different.
So we went to Mexico and we did barrels with multiple people.
That's what they went. Yeah.
We did Herradura.
Oh, did they do a Herradura?
No.
It was an amazing trip. And oh my God,
they said the trip was something to behold.
Yes.
They said that was just amazing.
Yes.
we went to Mexico. I think it was 3 years ago. Stayed in Guadalajara. We visited the Herradura Hacienda.
That's where we stayed. No, we didn't stay there, but that's where we tried all the barrels and everything.
Yeah,
else.
but it was pretty cool. The labor that it takes to gut down these I have much respect.
Yeah.
For the hard work. That
and you
goes
see why they're
into
pushing
it.
the mezcal so they can use all that other crop and try to blend it all up
Instead of
together.
bringing
Because there's all that work, you know, and I get it, but
it is, man, the work that these guys do in minutes, it would take hours, hours. An each agave plant is as big as your table.
When they're mature,
the plant itself,
it's huge.
And it take a long time for them, like 7 years before they harvest it. For them, to make the tequila out of the burner and everything else.
By
law.
Yeah. I don't know how Kentucky fits all those bourbon plants down there. They have to harvest all the time.
I'll tell you. But Clyde May's coming in at 104 proof. That's nice. What is the hottest barrel? Because that seemed to be kind of the thing a little bit. I mean, it's calming down a little bit, but people are hotter.
I need stag. Give me stag.
What's the hottest, the highest proof barrel you guys picked? Because you're not really going for the high. Are you ever looking for the highest proof?
Yeah, I like high proof.
Okay, are you looking for that, or are you just going for the taste and you're like, okay, what's the proof?
In barrel picks, I don't look for anything. I go completely blind.
Okay.
I don't like to know the proof, the age, basically anything about the picks that I'm picking.
So it's like you're a purist. You just let it happen the way it's supposed to.
The way it is.
Well, the right ones, you're not going to taste how hot they are, number wise in the barrel if they're tasting right.
The problem, like I'm saying, perception. When you know when you know it's 7 years old, you think differently. When you know it's 115 proof, you have different expectations of what you're going to taste. So I like to throw those all out the window and not know anything about them. If I can get 100, I call myself a high proof whore. I love high proofers. Give me a hazmat.
Get that T-shirt. Trademark it.
I'm going to trademark that high proof whore.
So those shirts.
It's going to be available on
A&B Liquor on the back, high proof whore on the front. A&B Liquor on the back. That's a T-shirt shop. I want $1 for every shirt.
You got it. To your favorite charity. You got it.
Absolutely. To the Friendship House in Hamtramck. Absolutely.
At my age, I'm like, here's my pour, here are my tums. All right, here we
go. So I don't really look for it. If it comes out that way, it's no problem. I think the highest proof that we've done, we did a barrel bourbon, a barrel rye, which was 139 proof.
Oof.
And then we had a Jack Daniel's barrel proof was 136.3. That one was Jack Chiginski one. I don't know if you guys remember that one with Mike Tyson theme sticker on there.
Okay.
And how long did that bottle last?
About 45 minutes.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
They want the hot.
That was, about 45 minutes. That was
how many people?
45, 3.
It's a fair question.
We limit it to 2 per person.
Okay.
I do limits on them. If it's a hot selling barrel pick, I rather have more people try it.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
A few people hoard it. So if it's like a hot selling barrel, allocated barrel, it's limited to 1 or 2 per person.
Sure.
It's the more hands it gets in, the more people that try it. That means more people can try it. The more people share it. The guys that buy 6 bottles, I'm sorry. Thank you for the business, but I'd rather see it go to 6.
Because you're going to sell them all anyway. You might as well spread the love. Yeah, I have no problem with the limits. My beer friends do the same thing. Look, you can get 1 case of these or 1 4-pack of these, depending. Because it takes us so long to make them. We want everyone to enjoy it. We don't want you sitting on them and selling them on Craigslist or whatever, just trying to dump it. Just like enjoy. Everyone enjoy our stuff.
I've told some of my companies, keep your allocation bottles. I don't want your 6 bottles a year. Give me some more barrels. I'd rather make 200 people happy than make 6 people happy and then piss off 200 people.
Yeah.
Well, it's pissing off 200 people is the thing.
It's the thing.
Just keep everyone happy.
And it's not my fault. I can't help it. I can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So,
which leads me to my next comment, because Jamie has mentioned this a couple of times. When it comes to your barrel picks, you're not one to say, hey, look at me, I have this. You have people lined out your door. No, you don't do. And that's one of the things that I've really enjoyed about what you guys do is that people are going to come.
You better be coming in because there could be some magic happening.
Right. They don't know what they don't know, but you can surprise them. And that's one of the gorgeous things about what A&B Liquor
That was a sign on my dorm room at Michigan State.
You don't know what you don't know?
No. Better come on in because the magic's happening.
Okay.
You know what? If you like high proof, try the Old Soul.
Yeah.
is amazing.
All right, maybe we might end the party there because we don't want to blow our faces out.
Dave does.
Speak for yourself.
Dave, so the Motor City Hypnotist has joined us. Dave, the Motor City Hypnotist may start late tonight. I'm just warning you now.
Yeah, let me just move that time.
Dave, this is Yvonne and Mike.
How you doing, Mr. Dave? How are you?
And he's
how you doing, sir? How are you?
Ooh, cask strength.
He uses the show after us.
A&B Liquor Stores, every day is a good day.
That's our motto. Every day is a good day.
Right there.
Before we get to that, okay,
you're diving into the crazy business?
Diving in.
You're diving.
Yeah, because I'm going to have one more on the rocks before I'm done, and that's it.
I'd let that breathe a little bit.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
No open flames.
No open flames. Yeah, no. Do not light your cigars right now, gentlemen. I can tell from here.
Old Soul.
I'm gonna take a step down.
Yeah.
The fits.
Feel free. Try them all.
Whereas I believe that all the rye whiskey I drink makes me younger. It pickles me.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm 71 years old.
Look at you. You know
I take vitamins.
I'd ask you for ideas.
And I drink booze.
Mississippi.
Yeah. So
physically or mentally?
Old Soul buys all their barrels from MGP at like 4 to 5 years of age.
Okay.
And then they re-age them in Mississippi.
Nice.
So if you notice at about a 6-year, 9-month aging, if you notice the darkness of the bottle.
Yeah, it is.
I was going to say this is much darker than anything else we've had. So the report so far.
Yeah.
And it's that Mississippi heat. Causes the heat to churn. Okay. And it rides up that proof.
I'm just revisiting.
We're talking about that the humidity down south. And yeah.
I'm just revisiting an old friend, old Fitz.
So, and again, the part of the reason for the Man Cave Happy Hour, it's stories, right? And it's getting the stories and getting the stories from people. That's why we, it's an open-ended question about tell me about your childhood. Some people say like, oh, you don't want to know, or tell us a little bit about their childhood, or how they got into the business or whatever. It's a fun open-ended question, but meeting people and hearing your story is what we love to do. And going on these barrel picks, you get to meet a lot of the distillers and a lot of the master distillers and owners of these distilleries. So who have you met at a distillery that's really, wow, that was, I want to have Christmas dinner with him. I want to be your buddy.
Yeah. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not a celebrity guy. I'm not a famous guy like that.
Well, no wonder you didn't gush when I walked in.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't jump for your autograph right away.
I mean, you saw the Motor City Hypnotist come in and you kept your cool. I couldn't believe it.
But I don't like. I mean, but I would say my most memorable experiences were at Wild Turkey with Eddie Russell.
Okay,
sorry about that.
He's a legend.
Brush.
Yeah,
he's a legend. The stories he has.
Right.
When you do it with him, you feel different. It's you can feel the history going through you, like because he was that namesake of Russell's was named after his father.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's that family member is there picking with you. It feels intimate, like you're part of the
part of the family.
You're part of the family.
Yeah.
We got to meet his son, who's going to take over once he retires.
Okay.
As a distiller or as a CEO?
As a distiller.
He is.
Okay. Yeah.
He's already doing it now.
He's in training to do it.
Yeah.
He's
assistant
doing
master
but Eddie's
distiller,
still
right?
kind of in charge of.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's I just love all of Kentucky.
Yes.
If I can move to Kentucky tomorrow, I pack up my bags and open an A&B in Kentucky.
Right.
Oh yeah.
It's
got to wait for them kids to get through college. And
they're all great people. The master distillers, one is better than the other. They're very down to earth.
Yeah.
But they communicate.
But sometimes when you sit with somebody and they just start spinning a tale, you're like, I could listen to you for days.
See, there in Kentucky, it was never a competition among the distilleries.
No.
It was a round table. I talked to some of the master distillers, and they even said that once a week, all the master distillers used to meet up and have drinks together, and discuss stuff and talk about family, and that's
brewers do the same thing.
Yeah.
Brewers get together and they share their ideas, what works, what doesn't work, that kind of stuff.
And those days seem like they're going away with the more corporate identity taking over the smaller distilleries.
Well,
the more
and the bourbon trail
of the barrel.
There's a little competition on the bourbon trail a little bit,
Yeah, and that's I think that's the problem, and I think that's going to be a downfall of the industry because it's too much competition and not working together, and it's a corporate world taking a hold of it, and they're taking the supply and demand issue to another level.
However, and I'll throw a however in there. We had Rabbit Hole. We had Adam Edwards from Rabbit Hole on the show with us, and we were all. It was during the pandemic, so it was all virtual, but when Rabbit Hole moved into Kentucky and opened up their own distillery, they were welcomed with open arms.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they're like, yeah, there might be competition, what have you, but they felt so strongly in what that product was. They're like, hey, come and do your thing.
No. They're very open.
I love that.
No. I'll tell you what. We went to do a barrel pick. This is a good experience too. We did a barrel pick last year at Heaven Hill. It was an Elijah Craig barrel pick. We had one master distiller. He was here from Michigan.
Okay.
And I had a friends group. A friend of mine is part of a group called HAT, Honor Among Thieves. Great group of guys. They're from all over the country. We get together once a year actually and have a beautiful bottle share and dinner. And we'll actually be getting together in October. So they came with us to Elijah Craig to do the barrel pick, and they had a max of 8 people during the barrel pick process. We couldn't bring more than 8 people. One of my buddies that was down there called me. He's like, hey, Ivan, we got 3 more guys. Can we come? And I was like, look, I'm sorry. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think I'm maxed out. He's like, well, we got so-and-so with us. And I was like, oh, I can mention it. I can't. It was another master distiller from Kentucky.
All right. So you had to be that guy almost.
That's the only way.
So I was like, I'll mention it to the girl that we're doing the barrel pick with, and I'll see what she says. So I mentioned it to her. She goes, really? She's like, oh, he's my cousin. Him and my mom hang out all the time. Tell him to come. Don't worry about it.
That's
great.
great.
Have more people come, but it's just the hospitality there is unmatched.
That's great.
But you know what? Who I like out of all of them, he's more fun. Is Steve from Yellowstone?
Yeah, Steve Fontaine.
Oh my God, he is number one. Okay, he explained everything, just the way he is. Like he knows it all. He knows anything you want to talk about.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's what I love about him. He's an active person.
Okay.
And he don't stop. But that was amazing tour we had, and we picked 4 barrels.
Oh wow.
Of Yellowstone.
Yeah. Oh wow.
This old soul is fantastic.
It is.
That's where I'm going.
I've never had this
And you're usually
before.
turning your nose up at the hot
At the hot. This has got such a great flavor to it. Such a smell. It's delicious.
One time we tried this one.
Never had it before.
This one plus
that Mississippi
we
heat,
tried
baby.
the Booker's and Baby Book.
I've had Booker's. I had a bottle. Yeah.
Everybody they thought this one was the Baby Booker.
Little bit.
Little Book.
Okay. Little book.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
But it's amazing and it's high proof too.
It's high. It's high.
Very high proof. Yeah.
But man, it's flavorful.
It's very, very smooth.
The bottle, it looks like a wine bottle.
No.
It does.
Can you pass that over?
Yeah. Give it a try.
Now I gotta go to the
And
old
I did misspeak. The Firebird barrel is a Herradura barrel, and they were probably on that trip with you.
They were.
Yeah,
Oh.
Owen and Tony, and then Dave Harden from
Yes.
Water Run.
We were
They
together.
You were all together.
They were
Oh,
together.
you were on the
with us.
same.
You were all
yeah,
together,
sorry. So
yes.
you know those guys.
Yes.
Yeah,
I know.
Right.
Yes.
A beautiful
And-
company. They
Yes.
were amazing people.
Yeah, they're great.
amazing people.
They're all great.
Did
Dave
he-
Harden's a gem.
Did
He's
he
like,
tell you the story of what happened down there after the pick?
Listen to the podcast. He tells the stories.
All right. I'm gonna
Did he
turn
tell?
this-
He didn't tell the whole. No, I don't think he told.
Yeah,
that
he
story.
told a few stories about that trip.
Some were on air, some were off. I forget which one.
He
we
didn't
had.
tell
Yeah,
story
they
about-
were. They were on and
They
off
were-
their stories.
they
he told.
were-
Really?
Yeah.
About,
Yeah,
somebody,
and
about
then-
somebody getting run over?
We didn't get that far.
No.
No. Okay, that was.
we got the ability to call people, right? Put them on
Yeah.
speaker,
Yeah,
get them
we
through
can.
Zoom. Let's get Tony on right now.
You don't got to get him on. I can tell you the story.
Listen, there's a lot of stuff happened there. Stay there, okay?
Yeah,
Oh, it's
that was-
Mexico.
Okay.
We've all done that.
That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Oh.
We cannot go on details. It's hard.
That is a good look.
Just remember, the drivers in Mexico don't really stop when they're supposed to stop.
Oh, I get
That's
it.
like-
I get it. And if you don't stop when you're supposed to stop,
yellow ones
you
don't stop.
get in trouble too.
Yeah.
Done that.
Yep.
All right, so this old soul bottles, generally speaking, because we were talking about prices, and they'll vary, right? It depends on the barrel, how many bottles come out of it. You got to turn a profit, right? You got to keep the lights on.
The barrel picks against state of Michigan,
Yep.
so everything's got a state minimum price point.
Okay.
That's
we
right.
do.
It's still. That's odd because it
yeah.
can't be in the book, right?
No, it's in the book.
It's in the
For
book.
barrel picks.
Yes.
So they
Yeah,
set it up
so-
for you. Okay.
Yeah, they set it up for us, but because it's state minimum. So what we do on our barrel picks, is
Bless
we
their
have
hearts.
a $5 increase
Yeah.
above our state minimum pricing. A lot of times too, because going to Kentucky isn't cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, hotels, staying there.
Sure.
I mean,
It's torture. That was a wink across the table.
It is not fun at all.
But it does have a cost. It does have a cost, and you are in the you're in business.
Yeah, it's an expense. I mean, it costs $1,000 to go down there for a couple of days and do a barrel pick. So
it would take 40 people with you. You know,
that's where the Kentucky Bourbon Boys come into play.
Podcast drive down to Kentucky.
Yeah,
we've been offered. Trust me,
it's coming. It's coming.
Are all of these currently available in your stores?
The Old Soul is available.
Yes.
The 3-quart is available. The Knob Creek Rye is available. The 1792 is not available.
Holy shnikes.
The Hirsch is a brand new barrel that will be available in October. That one we actually have the
Climax is available too.
And Clyde Mays is available currently.
Okay, so there's a couple. We got to separate the table from one side, what you can get there and what you can't get there, so I can drink what you can't get there, and then go buy what I can get there. You guys understand
there's
that?
always something.
Understand the theory?
Right now,
understand the theory there?
At this moment, I think I have over 34 different barrel picks.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you can't go wrong. We're not going to go wrong.
We got something for your palate.
No matter which of the stores you go into, you're going to have lots of choices. Nice.
I look over I look at the hypnotist, and he's.
Can you say about taste in the store? Can you say about tastes? Oh. So no. So you got to go in there but you can lead people down the correct path very easily.
If they can tell us what they like, as long as it's not Blanton's every time they like something, we can guide them in the right direction.
See, and that's one of the.
What if it's Weller? Everyone wants Weller.
It's okay. It's a weeded. I can guide you in the direction.
I'll call you an Uber to Toledo, and you can go shopping all you want in Ohio. Yeah,
that's the thing. It's we know our palate. We know what we've picked. But the problem is we want to guide the customer to what they want.
And it's a conversation because folks will just walk in, I want that. And you can always ask, why? Why do you gravitate towards that? Why don't you think about something else?
What do you like to drink?
Right.
And that's the first thing I always ask a lot of people. What do you have on your bar at home? Right. What do you gravitate towards? What are you grabbing?
Yvonne, the problem is when you tell them what you have in your bar, they always tell you Stag, E.H. Taylor. That's what they have. I said, but you don't not drinking that every single day.
Yeah, no.
If you get a drink, he said, I do. I said, how many bottles do you have of this kind of stuff for you to drink it every day? Because a bottle like this is gonna last me 2 days.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what everybody look for. I don't know how.
I usually on my bar I'll usually have if Buffalo when you can get it. Now you can't freaking find it, but when you can get it, Elijah Craig. I really like Elijah Craig. Yellowstone. I love the barrel picks on the Yellowstone. They're crazy, and I like the shelf Yellowstone too.
It's a good bottle. Yeah, it's a good bottle.
And those are usually the ones that are kicking around. Oh, you know what I really liked? That surprised me was the Long Branch. From Wild Turkey.
Yeah.
And I had no idea Matthew McConaughey was part of it.
Wild Turkey makes a great product. Their rare breed is so good.
Oh my God. Go wrong with any Wild Turkey product.
And it got me through COVID. It seems like it gets a bad rap.
Wild Turkey alone got me through COVID. I bought all the Wild Turkey and ham
101. All the Wild Turkey 101.
All the Wild Turkey and ham Trammick was gone.
No wonder it was all out in Shelby. I couldn't order any.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No, everybody. I bought it all out of ham Trammick. That's for sure.
Granddad gets a bad rap, and Wild Turkey gets a bad rap. Yeah. And they have some really nice stuff.
Gobble, gobble.
You know, there's Heaven Hill, which is the white label bottle. It's a $14 bottle.
Right.
Literally.
Yeah. The very old
It was
Barton.
our well whiskey in the jar for 10 years.
It's hard to find, unfortunately.
It is, yeah.
It's hard to find. What's another great one? Evan Williams white label, bottled in bond.
See, we had Evan Williams on the show one time, and we tried it because we do a thing called Just the Taste. And
that was Anson Williams.
Were we tasting Anson?
It was shooting free throws over the.
It wasn't.
I'm
Ted
sorry.
Williams?
No. All right. Never mind.
All right, guys.
That was different. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I gotta go.
We have time for one more. Look, so I put some ice cubes in these rocks glasses here.
Two more rocks?
Which one are we going to open up with a little bit of water?
What the Hirsch?
The Hirsch.
Okay.
This barrel is not available yet.
Right? So I can't
barrel,
really give complete
double
details. It's a double oak. There's only 30 barrels nationwide of this one from Hirsch.
Really?
It's a 95.5% blend, 95% 8 years, 7 months, and then 5%.
It's on the label, so you can read it off. It's on the label.
I memorized it.
Oh, okay. Okay. It is your product. Nice way to go.
I do personally know which distilleries the sources are. I can't say which distilleries the sources are. Unfortunately.
Oh, it's one of those like Bibb and Tucker where no one knows who really makes it.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy Bibb and Tucker too. But like no one knows who makes it.
It's an amazing bottle. Very fortunate that Hirsch came to us and allowed us to do the pick. It's again a delicious bottle. And then we have the master distiller coming, which should be a very nice treat.
More
about the process.
Let's hand that
so
back
where are they located?
Hirsch.
Okay, there.
Well, Hirsch
They're in
is
Kentucky?
it's a brand. Like this is a sourced bourbon, which is I love my blends. They always get it right. It's consistent. You're gonna get the good stuff.
This Old Soul.
This is a single barrel. So
opening up, sitting here for a minute. Holy shiitake mushrooms!
I just don't know what to.
It was a little much when I heard the first sip, but right now
you have to let it breathe a little bit.
I had another sip. Holy crap! This is nice,
delicious.
Nice. Dave, you digging this?
That was my Holy Schnikes reference earlier.
More, please.
Yeah, the first sip I had of this, I'm hooked.
It's delicious.
It is.
Yeah.
It is like rich and smooth. It's just.
I think we got this in late 22. Right?
Available now at all A&B Liquor locations.
I mean, who saw that coming out of Mississippi, right?
Right.
I had some buddies.
See, that's the thing. People are like climbing over each other. There's a party store just up the street here, and it had like cases of Blanton's, and I was like, "Oh my god, he's got like cases of Blanton's." I'm like, "Oh, cool." And I'm like, how much? 130 a bottle. I'm like, "Well, that's why you have cases sitting here still.
Exactly.
You can go pound it up your backside with that." I just, I want a bottle, but I'm not, 10, 20, maybe $30 over MSRP.
Like we sell the Blanton's for $99.
I'll
be open.
Yeah,
I'm on the podcast. I'm not gonna lie about it. $99 per Blanton's.
It's $100 is what it goes for.
But the MSRP is like
$59.99.
Yeah.
It's worth $59.99.
Yep. Yeah,
it's worth the $59.99.
If I'm not finding it at the K. Roger, screw it.
There are people doing cartwheels to hear that you have it for $100 because
when I have it.
Yeah.
If it's available, it's $100.
But it was like 150, 130, $150. I'm like, you're out your damn mind.
I had a customer one time come to me and he told me he paid $175 for a bottle of Blanton's.
No,
so
did you smack him?
No, I told him I'm going to change your mind. You're never going to buy another bottle of Blanton's again.
There it is.
And we guided him into some barrel picks, and then I guided him to some regular shelf bottles. Bibb & Tucker was actually one of them.
Nice.
Good stuff.
It's a good bottle.
He may not have been a smack, but it was a light push.
It's a light push. In the right direction.
In the right direction.
It's a high proof, good bottle that I think is delightful in with ginger ale. I think it's the perfect summer cocktail. Neat's fine.
Yeah,
but if I don't feel any kind of guilt mixing that with like a diet ginger ale, making it as a night with a little lime. Like I said, I drink your bourbon however you enjoy drinking your bourbon. And they'll tell you that.
100%.
But Bibb & Tucker had the right flavor to cut through a light ginger ale. I thought it was. I think it's delicious.
Yeah,
I'm a fan.
And he hasn't bought a bottle of Blanton's ever since then.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a shelf display.
Yeah, the people they get pulled into the hype.
Right.
That's the problem.
Pappy Van Blanton's.
Yeah.
It's always about the horse. So that's what it is.
It's all about the pewter.
I've had
You're
some
paying for
Pappy-
pewter.
I was gonna. Okay, hold on.
I've
Before
never
you
had
go
Pappy.
there.
I've never had the Pappy.
Yeah, I wanted to ask. In all of your endeavors and all of your adventures, you've had tried Pappies.
Yes.
And liquid gold, or is it?
It depends on the year.
Okay.
Some years can be disappointing. Some years can be. I mean, some years I take a Buffalo Trace bottle over a Pappy. But they're great bottles. Is it worth the hunt? Today I'd probably say no. Maybe 3 years ago I'd say yeah.
Well, these Japanese whiskeys are trying to take the Pepsi challenge with Pappy. They're stepping right up. They say, look, try us instead of Pappy Van Winkle. Try us instead of Blanton's.
But it's totally different.
Yeah.
But those Japanese companies are calling them out by name in some of their advertisements. They're like,
but is it a different process with the Japanese?
It is.
Whiskeys?
It is big different. But Japanese whiskey, I tried a lot of them. Okay, to be honest, to me they taste more scotches, not
absolutely.
bourbon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The handful I've had, like 2 or 3 sips.
Okay, more scotches. I didn't see even one of them
and
that tastes like
not
bourbon.
the peatiness, because they really don't have peatiness. It's more the airy flavor.
I haven't seen one with a color like this yet. With these dark colors like you have in the Old Soul.
That Old Soul is like a purplish caramel. In that
where are we at on the Old Soul? Because I may be cruising by to.
Stop by. I got some bottle.
I
got you.
I got you.
All right.
Well, this Hirsch is lovely on the rock.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, this Hirsch.
Nice.
This is
Thank you for the recommendation. Thank you.
We could do this for.
We only have 9 more bottles to go through. Only 9.
I gotta teach again in the morning.
1, 2.
It's like movie day on day 2, Mr. Flanagan.
I'm
Really?
sorry. It's only 8.
Yep.
It's only 8. I counted wrong.
It's only movie day on day 2, guys. Buckle up and get ready for it.
Yep.
We're gonna watch.
They don't call me Mr. Blockbuster for nothing.
Well, you teach history, right? We can do Band of Brothers again.
No, Hamilton.
We're watching baseball.
Once you grab that large crack store pick.
Oh my God!
From there,
yeah,
is very. That's the newest.
This is the last one we're letting you do to us.
That's okay.
Yes.
We had 11 people pick.
So I have a lot of friends that really love Elijah Craig.
This one's 130.9,
and they gravitate.
That's the
towards
one of the ones
Elijah Craig.
I almost
one of the ones
spit
I
on
do.
the microphone. I was drinking my rinse water when he said it's 130.9
One
proof.
yes,
130.9.
Yeah.
So 131 ish.
Oh,
Somebody
131.
call 911.
Elizabeth, honey, we're coming to join you.
Burning on the dance floor.
Did I mention I was golfing all day?
No, you didn't.
I didn't. I was golfing
For the second time.
with the Girl Scouts of America.
Oh.
So how'd they shoot? Girl Scouts.
All right.
Slowly.
All right, Cookie.
At least he still remember.
Yeah,
That's
right?
the good things, right?
Hey, 34 teams. We finished sixth.
You hit the 8th hole and they were selling Thin Mints.
Oh,
right?
that's not bad. He finished 6th. That's really
we
good.
Did an
Our
episode
team-
with
our
the
team
Kentucky
finished
Bourbon
without
Boys.
any of the gimmicks that you buy, like the mulligans you buy for charity. We didn't buy any of it.
Oh.
So we finished sixth. We,
Good
nine,
for
under,
you.
nine under on our scramble. Not
Nice.
bad.
I bought the air gun.
Oh, I bought the two.
Cannon?
That's so much fun. You
Yeah,
got to buy the
that's- I
cannon.
had to.
You got to
I
buy the
had to.
cannon. Yeah,
they
that's
give you a target and the shit goes all the way right.
So much fun. It looks like a knuckleball coming out of that thing. Boom.
It's fun. I think I'm going to build one.
So why?
It's a potato gun.
Potato gun. Yeah.
So, Evan, you walked into
It-
the Elijah Craig. You walked in blind, and it came out 130.9. Is that correct?
Yeah. The barrel.
It's very dark again.
So you're
Yeah.
running out of gas on the way home. And you put a little bit in the gas tank, and you got better mileage.
We going next month
And it's more
to pick
reliable
another
than
barrel of this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when
What
we
are you
going
guys
about that-
doing next month?
in October.
Hey, my
Oh,
cousin
October.
lives in Louisville. I can
We're
join you.
going down in 2 weeks,
Okay.
mid-September to pick a barrel. And then we're going down in mid-October to pick another barrel.
So you go September.
Completely different flavor than the old.
When does that barrel become available to you to put in your store?
That one, September, would be, I want to say probably
Is it
January.
It's January of
Different.
20
It'll be next year.
of
Yeah.
24.
It'll be next
So
year.
it's only 3 months that
three
people have to
to
wait.
4 months.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 to 4 months.
All right.
So the hypnotist and I are sharing looks on this because we had the old soul to this as the non-iced ones.
And friends of mine,
Two
guys, fellas,
different crazy flavors.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Everyone
Totally
is
different.
Yeah,
Completely different.
Everyone is different.
Yeah, friends of
There's,
mine will say the Elijah Craig will stand up to anything. So
Yeah.
where does the Elijah Craig stand up to the Old Soul, even though it's different? Which
This is a personal preference thing because these are both delicious, but it's a personal preference.
The
Yeah.
problem is there's
it
so much
comes down-
flavor
and a price point, but
Right.
it's also a personal
So
preference.
these are I believe the same price. I think this
Okay.
might be
No.
about $5 more.
This one is more. $84.99 for the large crack.
$10
$79.99.
$5 more.
Yep, $5 more.
$5 more. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
yeah.
that's got more of a warmth to it. The Elijah
Yep.
Craig, it's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
much more of a warmth than
Yeah.
the Old
Not
Soul.
a heat, but a warmth.
A warmth.
A
That's
warmth.
I like.
like a hug.
Yeah.
Kentucky hug.
It's Kentucky.
Kentucky
hug.
hug.
Yeah.
Right in the back of your throat. Right? It's not choking you.
I dated a girl with that screen name.
Kentucky hug.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Was that in college too?
no, it was recently.
Welcome to the man cave, fellas.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
We all digress.
Yeah.
You got real quiet
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. So,
for me.
I'm just working on this Elijah
all
Craig.
right. So,
That's so when you pulled that out of the barrel, it was pretty. Could you feel how potent it was?
yeah, when they thieved this out of the barrel and put it in your little tasting glass, it
I
had
mean,
to like knock your
it-
socks off, huh?
Not really.
really,
Not really. Surprisingly, it's
because it's very potent.
Because it all
for
comes down to what you had
Yeah.
right before, right? Like where your
Yeah.
face was at and where your mouth
it all
was at.
depends on
you
the
know?
day, the morning, what
Yeah.
you had for breakfast.
Exactly.
I mean, we've gone to
Yeah.
barrel picks not having a single thing.
If
for
you had your wife
breakfast.
with you or not, you know, that
That's a
kind of
good
stuff.
Yeah, my wife hates the barrel pick, so she doesn't come to Kentucky. I've tried.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
You know what? It's
then you're
better.
up to
Trust
it.
me.
As long as you
Don't
try.
stop trying.
I know,
It's,
no,
it's
As
better
long-
that way.
As long as you try.
Never quit.
No,
Right?
no,
Never
never,
quit.
never.
Never quit.
Keep
Oh,
her
my
involved.
goodness.
Honey, I want you to be there. with
Always.
All right. So you have a Facebook page, A&B Liquors.
Yes, A&B Liquor Store.
And you put photos up when barrels are
yeah,
put
we
out.
post them as we get out. As we get them.
as things
nice.
happen. You don't do big teasers and it's coming. Here we go. But you put stuff up when it comes up and comes out.
I was doing some teasers. I like to have fun with my Instagram and Facebook, so
Yeah.
it's just that's what it's for. I want
Yeah.
people to engage. I want to have fun with it. I want people to enjoy it also as much as I do. So when they see stuff,
Looky what I got.
And so when you get a barrel, but it gets divided up amongst the stores, generally
Yes.
speaking.
most
Okay.
yeah. So all the stores will have our barrel picks.
And where are they at again?
Davison, where Mike's at, Clinton Township, New Baltimore,
Clinton
and
Township is
Utica.
at 18 and a half in Hayes.
Yes.
Yes.
Utica's right there.
21 in Van Dyke.
21 in Van Dyke.
And then New Baltimore is on 23 Mile or Green Street and Washington,
right in downtown,
New Baltimore.
Fantastic.
And then we have Mikey in Davison. He's on Irish Road between Davison and M. Oh no,
on Davison Road between Irish and M15.
Yes.
Okay.
So your Instagram is A_B Liquor Store.
Yes, sir.
And that's the Instagram I'm looking at right now.
That's
that I'm following right now.
That's the Instagram for our Shelby location.
That's just Shelby.
May I say
that's just Shelby.
You haven't seen me in my Jägermeister bikini.
Jägermeister bikini. I like it.
What's the?
I'm in. I'm following.
Is your Clinton Township?
Yeah, each one is basically A&B of Davison, and then A&B of Clinton Township.
Oh, okay. Underscore Davison underscore Shelby.
My problem is I didn't post
It's all
nothing
good.
for the
We'll
past
find it.
3 weeks since we have the storm.
Oh yeah.
My store look bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say that, but you know, I got plastic bags in the top, all the barrels and everything else.
Yeah,
I got water coming everywhere.
All right.
Oh, here we are. ab.liquor.clinton. Is that you?
That's the Clinton.
That's yours. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately in Davison.
That's in my neighborhood. That's my
So
brother's
we'll link
neighborhood.
all the socials and all the websites down in the
We'll put them all
in
in. We'll link them all.
descriptions.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody. And oh my God, so
you guys need need to get to Downriver.
Downriver?
Yeah,
day.
pop
One
one
day.
down there.
yeah, but so but coming in,
I want to say I got you.
He don't got you this way.
We're gonna try. We're gonna find out.
He's got to find a cousin or
but the
another
stores
kid,
themselves,
you know?
you've done some. What do you do with all those barrels? Because you get the barrel when you do a barrel pick. You get the barrel.
Yeah.
And so you guys have done some really cool stuff.
Which of my friends'
to make the
breweries are getting a
displays
hold of
out of all
these?
these? You're like, what the hell do I do with the barrels?
Yeah.
So you made some really cool displays.
My friends' breweries want those
with the
barrels,
barrels.
guys. We want to make beer out of those barrels.
You know, when you drink, you get creative ideas.
Yeah.
And when you have 50
wanna
barrels
make-
sitting around,
Yeah.
We
you
want
can use them. So
So we might spark
Kunin's,
a
Dragon
partnership.
Mead. Everyone wants to make beer for you guys.
I'm
Trust
ready.
me.
I'm ready.
Ooh.
You want to get in touch
We're
with any
ready.
of them.
We're ready.
Oh, we
They are
should
my.
do a. We should do a.
Brett Kunin's
Kunin's-
one of my best friends. Eric Harms, head brewer at Dragon Mead. Best
We
friend.
should
They're
do a
the
man
best in the
cave.
business.
We'll give them
A&B
a fresh
Kunin.
barrel.
Best in the
Like-
business.
Yeah, we'll give them a fresh
I
barrel.
just got a fresh barrel 3 days ago. No,
We just did one for
Yeah.
they did one for Big Tony out of Weingarten, and it was like people were lined up around the block.
I had some of Tony's. I know Tony really well. Tony's
Yeah,
a great
Tony's
guy.
a great guy.
Yeah, great
He's one of
guy.
my favorite people. We used
We
to golf
were,
together. He's great.
I love him because he's short like me. Look,
Shorter.
shorter. It is shorter. Yeah.
They really see eye to eye.
Ah,
No, we were hanging out. I was hanging out with Tony on
Tony's
Saturday.
He's the
Oh, yeah.
best.
Yeah.
He's
He is.
very loyal to Kunin's, and he's like he loves it. Yeah, but
That's what
Yeah.
we're saying. There's some party stores that we just love you guys. We
Thank
love
you.
hanging out.
Thank you.
You know, Joe and Giovanni over at Keikos and Big Tony and you guys. I mean, you're my go-to people when I need an answer about something or need help with something. It's
hey,
just
let's podcast from the back of one of their spaces.
boy, done. Yeah,
We've done it at
Yeah,
Tony's place. We just did the podcast right there and
Yeah.
talked to people about what they're buying and just had a good time. Had a liquor rep there that day. It makes it more fun.
Yeah.
Well, I told them
let's
we
do
have autographing coming up.
Oh, it's
Right,
right.
the Hirsch.
So
Oh,
we
boy.
will be in there.
I didn't know I was booked.
You're done.
You're in high demand, doggy. You are in high demand. Yes.
I told
Oh,
your
guys.
people, so maybe
All right.
they just haven't told you yet.
Yeah, guys, we're 10 minutes over.
I know.
Whatever.
Oh, well, I just want to.
The hypnotist is like, I'm drinking.
Wait,
Whatever.
you're not 10 minutes over.
He's waiting for another pour. You know, he's
You're
like,
not-
pour me a drink.
You're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
10 minutes over.
You know, try that 3-chord behind you.
Oh,
yeah,
That's
Oh,
that's
boy.
a toasted barrel.
Toasted
Yeah.
barrel
He's going
bourbon.
to hypnotize himself
Amazing.
now.
and that's a lot of Michigan business going on in that in the three chords. Neil Giraldo, he's
Did you say that right?
no.
I can never pronounce it.
Yeah.
I was like,
Geraldo?
Oh no,
Geraldo?
it was my worst day. I interviewed him.
I love,
did you?
I love
Yeah, I
this
sat
story.
down with him and I fucked his name up 4 times in a row. And
Like
he's-
Mark over here.
he stopped me on
Yeah,
it.
that's what happened. Like, but you know what? Along as
Fuck
you
me
were
in 7
drinking,
different ways, guys.
as long as you were drinking, doesn't matter. Nobody gonna hold it against you.
He probably
It's
said
okay.
that.
No. He was like,
If
no,
only
this,
that
he
were
goes,
true,
this is
Mike.
good. He goes, can we start over? And can you say my name right? 4 times.
Are you serious?
Oh my God. It
100%.
was like I'm getting breaking into cold sweats right now because I was so bad. And then after it was happening, I just couldn't stop it. It's just like,
PTSD, podcast trauma disorder.
oh my
You're-
God,
you're
it was
sweating
so
it out now?
bad. But he
No disrespect
was
to
like,
real
he was
PTSD.
still very, very gracious. And I actually finally, seriously, I did it when they first launched the brand, which was like 3-4 years ago.
Right.
I just put that episode out within the last 6 months.
Yes, you did.
Because I was so anxious about it, and I had such anxiety about listening to having had done that again. And I put it up, and people were like, "Oh, dude, that was so cool! That was a great episode." And I'm like, I can't even tell you how much anxiety I have just thinking about the guy and his name, because I just poked the pooch so hard on that.
You lost 5 pounds just talking to him.
Oh my god! And
So
I'm
you
sweating.
should've-
I'm
you
sweating
should've
again
asked.
right now.
I
I'm
can
sweating
tell right
again
now just with you
It
explaining
is. It's like embarrassing. I'm so bad.
You should have asked. May I call you Mr. Benatar?
And I was just like, can I just fucking kneel at this point?
Now I know who you're talking about.
What a dick!
I didn't. He wasn't in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame yet. I didn't have to
The
get his
name wasn't that memorable.
He wasn't
at the moment.
Yeah, no.
At the moment.
But when he did that, he ended up finding Michigan people, and it's very much a Michigan product, which is very, very cool.
Yeah, it's a
the
Michigan
3-quart
product.
bourbon, which is cool. The first stuff was young. Like when the first bourbons first come out, it was a little young.
They were pushing it. Like I said, they pushed all of it. We've only had distilling in the state for 7 years.
Right.
Yeah,
It might be
7
6,
years.
maybe 7.
Well, some companies went the other way. Instead of sourcing, they try to do their own juice. So they were releasing at a young age, trying to build capital.
Yeah.
Because
Because
now getting it.
it was
But
very
the
better.
stuff they
it's
wanted
getting
to
better.
do was sitting in barrels, aging,
thing.
and they
Yeah.
couldn't release that because
Yeah.
they wanted it to get to a certain point.
There was no right way, in my opinion. There's no right way of doing it.
No.
It's either you're going to build capital by sourcing or build capital with your own
Yeah.
juice stuff.
And he had a name. He's got a name behind to drive it.
Yeah.
And he's got a gimmick, and he's got the Michigan thing. So
it's good
it's
bourbon.
cool. Good bourbon. It's better and better.
Yeah, it's getting better and better with age.
Yep.
What do you think of that?
Oh boy, this is not on my list.
So-
You made a promise to yourself. and
promise
now
to
you're
myself.
breaking
Dave-
it.
So what
What do you think about
Are
it?
you gonna snap
He's
your
gonna
fingers? I'm
hypnotize
gonna
himself
forget
tonight.
I drank all this. He's gonna snap his fingers. I'm gonna forget I drank all this.
We're
Right?
sober.
It's okay. Guys, remember one thing.
Yep.
This is only water with color. It's got a little bit of buzz. That's it.
Dirty water.
That's all.
you mean the
that's
3
it.
chord
That's all it is,
because
buddy.
they put the chords into it?
100%.
It's buzzing. into
100%,
it?
yes.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
They do a sonic
To
treatment
me-
vibrate.
to it. I asked him if it was music, and it's not music. It's a sonic treatment of some
Do they
sort.
really?
Yeah.
It's like
Jefferson.
That's like
It's like
Jefferson.
Metallica plays Metallica music at it. He's not playing, Jesse's Girl at it.
Maybe he should
because he produced that record. Like everything big in the 80s. No, seriously, Neil is like amazing. I mean, like everything that was worth a crap in the 80s that hit hard, he produced it. All of Pat Benatar's stuff.
Really?
And then like stuff like Jesse's Girl and Rick Springfield and all that. I'm gonna.
I thought you were scared because you're talking about Neil
No, I'll do it just because.
What movie
And
we
then-
watching tomorrow, Mr. Flanagan?
Oh yeah, no, totally straight up. It's movie day, fellas.
All right, whenever you're ready, gentlemen.
Oh.
I was hold up.
All right,
All right,
so we're
cheers.
gonna wind it down here. 3-quart and A&B Liquor and Man
Cheers,
Cave Happy
gentlemen.
Hour.
Cheers, guys.
Gentlemen.
Cheers. God bless.
Cheers.
Thank you
guys.
for coming in. Thank you so much.
And thank you all for listening to the Man Cave Happy Hour. That's Matt Fox over there.
That's August Gitschlag.
I'm Jamie Flanagan.
Hey,
Remember to subscribe on all the socials wherever you get your finest podcasts and things are sold.
this was fun. We'll do this again.
100%.
Guys, thank you very
Yeah.
much for
Thank
having
you.
us here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
guys.
God
Thank
bless
you.
you guys. And we will
Hope
appreciate
you
it.
guys enjoyed the pours. Thank you.
We did.
Oh, we
Thank
did.
you.
Thank you.
And
Cheers,
we're
fellas.
gonna come
Cheers,
shopping.
guys. Anytime.
We're
Thank you very much.
Thank you.